समस्त लोग सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्त लोग सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्त लोग सुखिनो भवन्तु। शांति शांति शांति।
The most people that try to find liberation, to be free of all this ups and downs of the world, they want to withdraw from the world. But you cannot, because you live on it. Although it's not a reality, you are here. So what to do? If you don't want to have this ups and downs of the world, you cannot push it away because it will appear. Sorry. You can first withdraw to the silence, to the source that you are. Silence is the eternal being. It doesn't move, it has no sound, there's nothing. And that's what we long for, to this peace. And you can try to go in that peace, which is your own source, your own being, and merge in it for a while, to taste it. And then you don't want to go in the world anymore, but it still appears. So what can you do? Bring this silence that you are with you in this dual world, because the world is moving, it's vibration, it is dualistic, and it is your own duality that you see, your own movements. And I don't mean in the morning you wake up and you start to move with your body, sorry, but the movements in your consciousness, in your mind. You do it yourself, it's your own duality. I don't like this and I do like that. That's dual. That's movement. That's vibration of your own self. It is not what the world is doing. It is what you do as dividing it from nice and not nice, wanted and not wanted. So this silent source that you are, from where you came, into the duality of your own beingness. You are the duality yourself in your mind, no, yes, and that has to change. That's to say, don't divide the appearance anymore in like and not like. It's happening. Stay silent, although you are moving. See the things happen and appreciate it, because it shows you your own silence. It is your own movements that show you your own silence, so you can move in silence. You can make all the moves like I see this and I do that, and I see that and I don't want that. That's movements of duality of your own consciousness. Don't push it away, then you push your consciousness away, then you are a robot, a zombie. But the silence is all the time with you. And see this silence in the movements. or see the movement moving in silence. You know, it's not don't see the world anymore. That will come, that time that you will pass out, and then the world will disappear. When with it, you're a consciousness of duality. When you reached your silence, because if you don't reach that silent peace in this moving world, you come back and try over till you see this dual world is your own duality. And the duality can be a jewel if you see through it. So don't push it away, but see it comes out of your own silent being. In the morning, your silence starts to move. Your mind starts to work, and you don't like that, so you don't want your mind. But that will not stop. But you can use your mind to see what is going on. It is my own duality that I see there. I divide things in yes and no. So I leave them. Let it be. It's not that you push away the no's, because you cannot push away the half of the world, the no, and only have the yes. That's what we want, but that will not work. Okay, because you have a yes for some things, there is also the opposite no. It's obvious that it's working like that. Let it be. It is there, and if you push it away, you divide yourself in silence and not wanting to move. That cannot be, because you move. In the morning you get up, you move. You start to see this and think about that. But see that it is happening in your own silent source. All the movements come out of your silent source, so these movements can appear in silence. See them as whatever comes. See it as the wave of the sea. It's not that the sea doesn't want the wave anymore. The sea starts to understand, if it is conscious, that the waves are itself. So your own duality is your own being. It is there. Appreciate it, accept it, let it be. Stay silent while you still go on moving. That's life. One part of us is silence, and one part of us started to move in our mind. That doesn't mean we have to push away the movements. They are our own movements, the dualistic side of our mind. Yes and no. It comes out of our own self. So if you push away the world, this yes and no, this dualistic side of your movements, you push away yourself. It's about seeing that it is your own dualistic mind that sees the world like that, divided. Don't divide the world anymore. Accept it as it is, and it will be silent, although it appears, as long as it appears while you are in this body form. But it doesn't matter how it is, because you have your silence in that movement. It is all your own self. One part of you is silent and one part of you started to move. That's all. It's only in the mind. Silence is the eternal being. Movement is only for a while to show you that it is your own opinion. So leave it. It's okay. Let the world be as it is. It's your own vision that bothers. The world is as it is. It is started. It is moving. That's the movement coming out of your silence. It's your mind working that way. Well, don't fight the mind. Accept it. It will stop. It will slow down and life will be easy. Because it is silence, visible as these opposite sides. Opponent or opposite, both come out of your being. And you might say, yes, but I am silent, I see others move. Yeah, that seems so. And they have their own opinion, and that can be an obstruction, it can be a fight or whatever. But it is all in your own moving mind that it takes place. So the other is moving in your mind. As a matter of fact, it is your own movement in that form. If someone outside of you says things that you don't like, it moves in your mind. You cannot change the other because it is your own opinion that is in your mind. You can change your opinion or leave it, what the other says, because it is happening and the other has to find their own balance and their peace in this moving mind where they are in. All is in your mind, but they are apart as you see them apart, and they can obstruct things in you. Of course, that's not nice, but see it as your own happening inside you. A part of you is not, it doesn't agree with another part of you. That's in your mind, it's only mind. The all movement of the world is only in your mind. In the mind of that which itself is silent. That's your inner self, the unmoving part that remains always silent. And out of that appeared the moving mind. And in that mind there is dualistic things going on. Only to make you understand that it's all in your own mind going on. So you are fighting against yourself. You like yourself and you dislike yourself because it's always your own moving part. Well, let go. See it. Laugh about it. It's there. Don't push it away. And there is your peace. Peace in the moving part. Silence is aware of this moving part coming out of the silence. So that's where you have your peace. Let things happen and don't push things away. It's your own self that you divide in pushing away and keeping with you. It's your own self. Accept yourself. Whether you silence or whether you move, it's always the self, you. It really does not matter what is happening in this movement part of you. See it from the silence that you are. Then all movements will slow down. It doesn't matter. You can make a trouble of all things happening in this world in your mind. It's not doable. This world is there to show that. So whatever happens in this moving mind of you, see it from your silence side. Silence is there always. And from there you see things happen. And sometimes nothing happens. All is well. since you are in this dream, you cannot get out. You are object in your own dream. Why divide you as object in no and yes? You are dreaming all this, and the dreamer is your own real being. That is your own silence being. And that silence being dreams movements in the mind. And the mind is that in you which says this part I like and the other part not. But it is dream, so it is always dream-like and dream appearances and dream opinions. So you see, you can accept everything or not, but it is dream acceptance. Just see it as dream. You cannot change it because you are part of it, but you can see it from the silence inside that this dream appears. So let it come, and it will not harm you. It is only dream. If you stay seeing it as dream, you remain the peaceful witness. And you cannot push the dream away, because how can you push something away that you cannot hold or take or carry or put in a bag? And no, a dream has no substance, so you cannot change anything in the substance of the dream. You can only accept it as dream and enjoy it. It will pass, it will go. You always remain. Don't push away what appears, because it's not your... you are not able to push away a dream. You can only see it as dream. That's it. So all this is just appearing in dream. All that is visible, the dreamer is not visible, and that's where you appear out. You and your family and all moving things in the world come out of that one dream. That is inside, it's not visible, the dreamer. And you think you are this dreamer, and you see the people around you, but they are very close, and if something happens to your relatives, you forget it's a dream. But when something happens on the other side of the world, then it's so far away, but both is happening in that dream in which everything appears. You as well as your relatives, as well as the other side of the world. It is all in one. And of course, when there's something happening in the family, we are so touched. But it is just because we think ourselves as real. We believe our own being as real, and then it is touched by that is what is close by. But you as well as everything is just dream object. That's the freedom. Then everything it will appear, and it can appear, but it will be just like a wave in the ocean. The ocean never thinks that wave is so close to me. I love it more than the other waves on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. It's the same ocean. And the ocean would never prefer one wave above the other, but that's what we do as dreamt object. But as you see, everything is in the same one dream appearing. There cannot be a privilege for this one or other. It's impossible, and still we are attached to that which is close, but it is not close by in distance or in appearance, We see it as close by to our own being. And that own being is our own dream object. This is dream. And everything that appears equal, simultaneous with me, with this appearance. It's not divided anymore. You cannot divide a dream. But that's what we do, and that's why we are unhappy. We think that we are real and all the rest appears, and we have to do things. See it as one great dream. And the fact is that the dreamer is that inside you, that which does not move. It starts to move in the morning, and you think that you do it, and you see others. But it's all in that one dreamer, where there is no morning or evening or others. What a game. Just let the dream go on. You have to. You cannot stop the dream. As it is not real. It doesn't even exist. But you see it as real. And that's where you can change. See it as dream. And then you see also your own form as dream. And then you approach the dreamer, that invisible, silent being, which you really are. Nice, huh? You really cannot do anything, for you yourself are a dream form in the mind of that silence inside you that dreams this. And no matter how much you like to change the things, you are in the dream, the changing dream. You are moving with all. Suppose you are on the shore and you see the turbulent waves of the ocean. You could never change the turbulence of the waves. You can only see it, be the witness. Even if you dive into that sea, among those waves, you cannot change them. It is part of the ocean. When you are in it, you are part of the ocean, of the waves. And when you are not in it, aside, you are witnessing it. But it's both ways you cannot change the turbulent waves. That's what's happening in the mind. When you are in it, you cannot change it because you are part of the movements of the mind. And when you are not in it, mind does not appear. It is smooth. You are witnessing. In between you can witness the movements of the mind, but still you cannot change it. The only thing that you might do is let it be. Let the waves come up and fall down in the sea. And let the waves of your mind come and fall down again. As long as you are a witness, it doesn't matter. And when you are in it, you are amongst those movements, you will be overruled by it. And that's what we don't want anymore. So the thing to do is see it. Be aware, and then it doesn't matter if there's high waves or not, or smooth going. You cannot change it. The high waves will drop down by itself when they are tired and pulled down again. And the waves in your mind, when they obstruct, it also will be pulled down at ease. You have the insight that all is going as it is in that dream form of the mind. All the time you are aware. You are the awareness, the silence, and you see the movements. That's all. It's all inside yourself. You see your own movements, movements of the body and the form and the movements of other bodies and forms, the waves of the sea that is, but also the movements in the mind of you. You see your own appearance in your mind. Well, it will stop, it will end. When the mind is easy, all will be as it is, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't touch a quiet silence in you. Movement will not touch you. They will go on, but they will not touch you. How can you say it more clear? It's just as it is, nothing to it. It will be as it is till it stops. It's your dream, your own dualistic vision on the dream, in the dream. But you see it, so you are not that what comes up and goes down. You are the witness to silence. And that's eternal. When you are asleep in the night, all things happen, and you are in the midst. You experience it, and you don't say at that moment, it is just imagination. No, you are in it and you experience it. And when you wake up, you know it was only a dream. The same way this life here, also a dream. But when you are in it, you don't say it's all imagination. It's not possible because you are amidst of all experiences. Only thing that happens is experiences start to touch you and to make you miserable. You lose hope in good times and you feel not good anymore. At that moment, something inside awakes. It is the dreamer inside that made this dream where you appeared in. The dreamer starts to show it's not a reality. See, this happens now, this happens tomorrow, this happened yesterday, and it's all gone. So it must have been dream. And at that moment, you, not you as form in the dream, but your inner self returns to that what makes up this dream. And then there's a change. You come home. You are still in the dream, but you are not taken in it anymore as you used to. You used to be imprisoned in it, and now you still are in this dream, this dualistic life, but it is not taking you anymore. So you enjoy it, or you don't enjoy it, doesn't matter. It is dream, and that's what you know. Now you are waking up and becoming the real self that made this dream. That's what is going on. You will wake up